in regards, he asked it in terms of debt. How do you handle the individual debt owed by potential members? But there might be, I guess, a misinformation in regards to what investment club is, and like a person's previous debt and other ventures doesn't really carry over to the investment club, but I want to take that question into a different direction, Trey, in regards to just very practically, a lot of people feel like they don't have any money. They are saddled by student loan debt. They have medical expenses. They have all these other types of expenses that they've accumulated over time. And I think a lot of people feel like they don't have the necessary resources to invest in investment clubs. Right. So what would you say to those people, and what pathway would you give them out?
Yeah, well, so for some people that may actually be true. You might need to be focused on paying down your debt and getting your own finances together before you go down this path. Um, Another solution would be to vote for Andrew Yang so we can get $1,000 a month freedom dividend. No, but I think a lot of people have more money than they think they do. They just need to budget better. So I'm not talking about, significant amount of money. First of all, you don't need that much money to be in an investment club or start an investment club. So you can start an investment club where everybody contributes $20 a month. It doesn't have to be ridiculous amounts of money to get started. Obviously, the more the better, but if people can only afford $25 a month, just eat less. Like save a meal, go out one time less, stop drinking for a month. If you drink alcohol, stop drinking for 2 weeks. You'll definitely save some money. And I think there it's very important to use free tools that are available, like Mint and budgeting tools that allow you to see where your spending is. Because a lot of us don't even know where our money is going. We haven't really broken down our expenses to see where that money's going. So if you really look at it, so if you get a financial planner or some of these free financial budgeting tools that are online, and start to break down your expenses, because you don't need to start with a lot of money, which is the whole point of the investment club. So say you wanted to buy a property yourself, you'd have to save up the $10,000, $20,000 that you need for a down payment, or buy a foreclosure, you need cash to buy a foreclosure. Well, instead of saving up that $20,000 yourself, you could get 10 people to put in $2,000. So the whole point is to be able to start where you are and then build from there.
Got you. Yeah, no, I mean, I think you're 100% right about that. I think the other big challenge though is not necessarily what are investment clubs investing in, but who in the investment club are making the investments, like the internal operational structure of
Yeah.
investment
Well,
clubs, right?
that's the hard part. All this other stuff that we've been talking about is the easy part. The hard part is how to find and manage the investments. So we're actually working on a solution, a tool that can help with the managing part, the accounting, taking the transfers, the bank transfers, so everybody makes their deposits on time and all that. So there are software solutions for that, but how to find and decide on which investments that you make, that goes into who you want to be a part of your investment club. So if you're starting an investment club with just your family members, it might not be a good idea if nobody in your family has any professional financial experience. So building the team. So that's what I thought. I thought a lot about in starting my own investment club, building the team, the initial group of members. So how I'm doing it is we're looking at geographically and professionally diverse groups of individuals. So I want engineers, lawyers, people who have experience running hospitality businesses, service businesses, restaurants, hotels, people with experience in entertainment, sports, things like that. So we have a diverse group of people within the club. And then if an investment comes along, most likely we have a member that has some expertise in that, real estate, for example. So when you're thinking about building your investment clubs, I like to look at existing Black organizations. So say you got a Black church, most likely you have somebody with professional financial experience in that church. if you have a professional organization like Nesby, you got a bunch of Black engineers. Um, those engineers, one, these are all people with college degrees. So somebody probably has some type of outside experience other than engineering, some financial experience, or if they don't have it themselves, they have access to it within that network. So looking at existing networks, fraternities and sororities, things that where people will more easily be able to connect with each other and find people with necessary experience. Then there's also traditional financial planners and financial advisors. So let's say you start an investment club with just your family and nobody has any experience. First, part of the reason that people start investment clubs is to learn. So in setting up the club and finding and evaluating investments, you do your own research and you start to learn about things. Buy books on Amazon, listen to audiobooks, listen to financial literacy podcasts, listen to Boyce, take some courses to increase your own base of knowledge, but also until you get to the point where you're comfortable making your own investment decisions, there's plenty of Black financial advisors that can help people get started. But yes, so finding that expertise within, building that expertise within the membership, and also hiring outside expertise once you get to a level where that makes sense financially for the club.